What's going on, people? What's going on? Let's talk a little today, man. It's Sunday. I set out to do. I was supposed to replace the water pump today, but we found out that my thermostat housing is two part. The housing comes together, but one part is missing a screw, a bolt, and it's glued with something there. So it begs the question: is that screw broken? Is it there but broken? It's missing. What's going on? Also, how are we gonna put that back together once we remove it? So I went and ordered the whole thing, and I'm gonna get it tomorrow. I'm definitely gonna work tomorrow. We're gonna do that tomorrow afternoon. But that's beside the point, people. Man, I wanna give you guys a word of encouragement. If you guys already decided to get a cargo van, or I'm not trying to convince you whether to get a cargo van or not get a cargo van. You're a grown person, you already made your choice. The only thing I can tell you guys is make sure you guys know what you guys are getting yourself into. It's not no 9 to 5 where you start working 7 o'clock and you're done by 3 p.m. This is not it, man. This is not it, man. And for the companies, if you guys want to do expediting, have a list of companies. There's plenty of people, when they post companies. That's how I came across the company that I applied to. Excuse me. Or Indeed. Like yesterday, I just sent 6 applications yesterday. But have a plan. Don't just go by everything I see online. People saying they make thousands every week. That's not from a beginner. Also, your situation is different than somebody else's situation. For instance, me, I got 2 expediting company right now, and one is an app based. The other one is a dispatch. But I come to realize the dispatch, they don't have any connections in the market. Connection is everything here. So it's been a couple times when I call them, hey, I'm in this area, or send them a zip code, I'm available. All they do is they go to the local open market. Anyone can do that with active DOT and NC and your commercial insurance. You can do that yourself. And they just bet on lows. And so far they haven't got a yes. No. The other one that is app based is a chip company. They're trying to give you pennies in the mouths. Now, if you're someone who don't know, for you it might be good. For instance, they had a load for 2,300 miles, paying $1,300. 2,300 miles, you begin on Friday, deliver Monday. If you think that makes sense for you, go right ahead. For me, that doesn't make sense. I wouldn't do that. And the reason why I haven't do expediting yet fully hit the road, because this company, they don't have consistent work that I can say, okay, I'm leaving this week. Let's just I'm leaving this week. Let's get this money with this company. Nah. One is app based, pay cheap. The other one is just open market. They might get some low, they might not. So know what you guys get yourself into. Know how you guys are gonna make money. Right now, I'm paying my bills with the gig apps basically, but I don't have a sketch. So I can pick up a block around 3 o'clock in the morning from Amazon, 3 to 7, $75, $80, and then I, use all the gig apps, sure. And then I might have to do another one, Amazon block from, 6, 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. That's the time that I'll be done, 10 p.m. And then I have to drive from wherever I'm at to my house, which is usually 1 hour. So I get home around 11 p.m., go to shower, go to sleep. And if I have another early pickup in the morning, I sleep 4 or 5 hours so I can get on the road and get the money. So I can make average a day $250, $350. $250, $350. When I make $250 a day, despite me being in the van all day long, 14 hours, my profit is about $150 after fuel, 250 minus 80 or 70. It just depends where I'm at, where I fuel up. And sometimes not even 250, 220, 230, 240. It just depends. Because remember, the gig apps is based on demand. Sometimes good days, sometimes slow days. This coming week, I have $400 worth of delivery out of one app. Tuesday, $200 delivery. Should be done 2-3 hours. I have the rest of the day to make some money. Wednesday is about $210, and it's one in the morning and one in the afternoon. But I got between, I don't know, I can do a blog. For instance, I can do a blog from 3 o'clock in the morning to 7 in the morning, 7 a.m. Go do my delivery, finish that, and see what else is available in that window for like 11 a.m. to like 2 p.m. See if I can do another delivery, depending what apps and depending if it's anything available at that time window. Once I've done the 4 o'clock delivery, I can try to get something with Amazon to 7 p.m. start time to 7 to 10. And that day I can possibly make $350, $400 if that is work. So know what you guys getting into, research the business. It doesn't matter how much business or how much research you think you have done. Once you got that van, you're gonna realize that you didn't do enough research, people. Enough research, people. This is not easy work, and this is not for the weak either. So I can tell you, man, to give you guys a number, I clear anywhere from $1,200 to $1,500-$1,600 a week using the gig apps in my market. You say, oh, that profit? No, you gotta take out gas. So what's my profit? After gas and tolls, $900 to $1,000 profit after fuels and everything. But again, I'm working 6 days a week, most weeks. You know, and I always trying to improve my strategies. Okay, this is not working. This is working. I don't like that. So right now, Monday to Thursday into 2 p.m. You know, I can do deliveries with the van. But Friday and Saturday is pretty dead. I don't see many deliveries. Rarely something might come up, but I cannot go on my van hoping that something might come up those days because I already know it's dead, it's low. So gotta fix that. Friday and Saturday, still gotta make money. Still gotta make money, right? So, and I need some stability. Those 2 days, I want to make sure the money's there. Well, Uber, you know, you can do Uber, Lyft. I'm not really big on doing Uber and Lyft. I've done it before many times. Always out of necessity. I don't really like doing Uber and Lyft at all. But you gotta do what you gotta do. So sometimes right now I'm thinking, well, maybe I'm gonna have to do Uber those 2 days rather than working the van because there is the money in the van for sure. If I manage to schedule a delivery, sure. We shot day for Friday. I managed to schedule $100 delivery, and that was that with the van. That was that. I did two actually Friday, 150, and I had to do a block on Friday so I can make that $240 mark because there was nothing else. No, there was nothing else. When I finished my delivery, like midday, I took that time to do a few things I need to do as far as getting the parts that I needed, my water pump that I was gonna do today, and now it's gonna be tomorrow. I went and do that during that period. Once I did all of that, I went to the Amazon warehouse and I was just sitting there for like 2 hours, waiting for my block to start. And Friday I managed to make, it was like 240. But when you take out fuel, it put me down to what? 240 minus like 180, 170, something like that. Profit for the day. And when you're taking out tolls, let's just say $10 in tolls, 160. 160 times what? 6 days. Not even 6 days, 5 days. So, know what you guys are getting into. Know what you guys are gonna get. You work from, whether it is the gig apps. Sign up for all the gig apps before you get your van. Don't you have a friend? Somebody? Don't you have a car? sign up for most of these gig apps before you get your van, because you want to find out if they have a waiting list or not. Do they have a waiting list? Are they gonna let you in? Also, I'm not saying they're paying in the gig apps either. Friday when I did that delivery with Curry, it was a 7 o'clock pickup. I got there right on time. I got there around 6:45. There were some guys in the warehouse, and I asked them that I was picking up. They said, you gotta wait until 7. The computers are off, blah, 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 yada, yada. Cool. 7 o'clock, I walk in again. They said, give us a few more minutes. We still getting ourselves situated. But there was other vans who had, getting to the warehouse. So 7 o'clock, when he told me to give them a few more minutes, I was standing outside with my van, in my phone. Cool. I need to wait. Fine. Not a big deal. But I don't want to go inside my van because I don't want them to put somebody else in front of me when I got there first. So I was just sitting in my van outside. They called me, come in, load me on, blah, blah, blah. Drive straight to my customer. This thing was in the countryside, trees all over the place. It was beautiful, but you cannot even see a lot of these houses. I was not able to see if I was delivering to a house or to a business. When I got to the place, the GPS took me to the place. It was just all these woods, huge woods, and like a driveway in a U shape. So it was like driving like this. It was not a straight driveway, it was driving like this. You couldn't see nothing. I attempted to go in there, but I called the customer. They tell me, give us a few minutes, we're gonna be there. 10-15 minutes pass. They come down with their box truck and a lift gate. So I back up into the driveway. We kind of get together, and they, unloaded me from my van to their box truck. Did that, made the delivery, signed the paperwork, fine. 15 minutes later, I got a notification from Curry saying that I have a violation because I made a late delivery. Pull up to the side and sending an email, and I went off on them. I was like, fuck you mean I'm late for this delivery? I pick up my delivery at 7 o'clock on time. I drove straight to the customer, and I don't even know what was this thing, a house or a business. This thing with so many woods in there. I called the customer. They told me to wait. I wait for the customer, made my delivery. What you want me to do? Grab the customer by the hand and tell them hurry up. Hurry up. Stupid. I went off. And then they not even replied to the email. I got another certification saying that my violation was removed. Which brings me to my other point. You don't really want to be depending on one app, because right now the apps that are making me money is Bungie and Curry and Amazon Flex. So I use Amazon Flex I try to use Amazon Flex early in the morning, those 3-4 o'clock a.m. pickup. Why? Because by the time it's 7-8 o'clock in the morning, I already have $70, $80, $90, right? And then I start my day with my van and see what else is up there. These are gig apps. Demand on delivery. There might be something with them, there might not be. So I have Dispatch. I have like 7 apps that I'm trying to use. I haven't been able to use 2 apps at the same time, using multi gig apps at the same time. That's really difficult, because this app, they have you on like a time frame. They want you to pick up your delivery, especially the 2 that I mentioned. Pick up your delivery and go straight to the customer. There is no wait in between. You gotta go, and those are the ones that pay a little bit better, 70, 80, like Bungie. Have a $400 worth of deliveries next week with Bungie, and they want to pick up and deliver. There's no stopping nowhere, doing nothing. Go straight to the customer, because they are time sensitive, right? And man, now thinking about strategy out loud, the company that I have to do expediting, that I try to do deliveries with them, I could try to fit at least 1 delivery, local load with them daily, or at least try to. And that will put me around $350, $400. But there's always a but, right? But those people, they pay 20 days later. So I did a delivery with them July 9, and that was $600. That was when I went to Minneapolis, and I still haven't been paid for that low. So, you know, I'm not in a position for me to do a delivery and wait for 20 days to get paid, where I gotta pay for fuel, pay tolls, my bills, insurance, blah blah blah. So that right now, no. Another thing that I really don't like is the contracts, although I'm looking for now, but I don't really like the contract because I feel like that's just another job. Getting a contract, there is no freedom. So I'm trying to get my system in place, but once I get my system in place, I will have my job, my cargo van, my business, and I will have freedom. That's what I'm looking for. Freedom. I'm not really interested in, if I want to have a 9 to 5, I go back to trucking. If I wanted to have a job, I say trucking because a lot of these jobs you apply nowadays and trying to pay you $20 an hour, or I can go back to a shop. Since I have a year experience and I have a certification as a diesel mechanic, I can probably get a job getting paid $25, $26 an hour if I wanted to. I don't want to. Why? No freedom. No freedom, people. But yeah, man, I just want to take a few minutes, guys, to let you know, whatever it is, get your van, get your box truck, just know who or how you're going to make money with. And a lot of these companies, they have their own requirements. There is a company that I sent all my information, I added them to my commercial insurance, and they asked me how long you've been doing expediting work. And I told them, well, I just buy my van, because in the registration it showed that I just buy my van, And also they asking me how many companies I'm working with. Why do you care? So I told you one. You guys know I got two. They say, well, but I told them I have experience in the trucking industry for like 5 years. Well, what is this? This is what? A non-territory that nobody had done this before, picking up a load from a customer, going to the other customer. Oh, you need to send us 10 BOL proving that you have done or you have experience doing this type of work. And I don't have 10 BOLs. They did send me an example. So all the sensitive information will be scratched off or marked with a black pen or whatever. I got one. I got a few just black pen mark the sensitive information. But they want to know, like, the one that as proof that I have done this type of work. That's one company that got me basically on a waiting list because I don't have the 10 BOLs, and I told them, I got CDL, can list my other employees that I have. No, you need to send us 10 BOLs, so I cannot work with that company until I clear the 10 BOLs. But basically, that's BOL, if you don't know, that's a proof of delivery when you're doing trucking. You go into a warehouse to the next business to business or whatever it is you're doing. You got a BOL. You get that from when you pick up, when you deliver, they need to sign as a proof of delivery. But mind you, guys, that I'm working with the gig apps, so getting BOLs is not as easy because I'm just not doing expediting work every day or every week. So that's a company that put me on a wait list just for that. Other companies want me to have my DOT, which I don't have. We're working on that. And just so on and so forth, man. So on and so forth. So give yourself some wiggle time. Have money for savings, for maintenance. Have money for maintenance. You want to have money to carry yourself at least 3 months, if possible. And if you don't have the money to carry yourself for 3 months, at least be sure you're going to have access to the gig apps. So as soon as you get your van, you are making money. That's what's keeping me afloat, people. The gig apps. If not for the gig apps, well, for me, I'm a go-getter, man. I'm a hustler. I already have a strategy in place that I'm going to try this next week to ensure that I'm going to be making $1,500 plus. But we're not going to know until we try it, right? But, my plan B in my case is my SUV. I have an SUV. And if my van breaks down, I can use my SUV to do Uber if I need to. I can use my van to do Uber. I can have the bills paid. yada yada yada, blah blah blah. Although I say I don't like it, but if I had to do it, I'll get on with it. Let's get it done. And I've done it before, so with Uber too, I can make $1,000 to $100 a week after fuel, if I need to. Don't want to. So have a plan, guys. Have a plan B. This video is getting too long, way too long. Have a plan B, people. Have a plan B. Have a strategy. And good luck to y'all, man. Good luck to y'all, man. Make sure you guys follow for more, man. I'm gonna let y'all go. Peace.